Welcome to your 4-6 Miami Dolphins that pulled off a 34-10 victory against a quitting New York Jets team. Very interesting game. I've really never seen a team quit in the first quarter of a contest, but your Dolphins have rattled off 4 straight victories. They have won 5 of the last 6 games, and the last time we talked about a loss was against the Baltimore Ravens on October the 30th. We've gone a full month, Isaiah, without a loss. Joining me is Isaiah Smalls. Isaiah, do you think differently about this team in November and December than you did in September and October?
Oh, 110%. The team in September and October was circling the drain. Like, let's be honest. Like, we after that Browns loss, it got to the point where we both said this. Like, we're not sure what to expect anytime this team comes out on the field, right? And so, just to see where they were, to see this brilliant turnaround. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. You got to shout out Mike, Daniel, shout out the team for really sticking together. And as Bradley Chubb liked to say, like, they've really rallied around this delusional nature of the squad, right?
They actually use that word. That
yeah,
they live in delusion,
yeah,
and it's about Jordan Brooks talked about it after the game. We have to be delusional. It's about confidence, and if we don't believe in ourselves, nobody else will. And Mike talked about it after the game, and he wasn't lying. He was like, "Yeah, no, this team rallied together because nobody believed in us, not even our own fans." And he ain't lying. He ain't lying. I still wonder if this fan base has like bought in a little bit, or if they're still checked out.
I think it's a little bit of both, right? Just from my interactions on Twitter, right? There is the like ride to the wheels, fall off crowd where they're just kind of enjoying what they've seen as of late. Like Achane's playing phenomenal, right? The defense is flying around, creating turnovers, getting sacks. Like, I think there's the part of the fan base that's really enjoying it and just kind of taking time in the moment. But then there's the other point that, like, anytime like I even mentioned the playoff hunt, right? There's the crowd that's like, we're
Like
not
laugh.
going to the playoffs. Like, what are you even discussing? Like, and shame on you for even suggesting that. And I'm
like, do you know these are the Dolphins?
Yeah, and it's like, and I get it. Like, like the in the hunt graphic can only go so far, right? Like,
I mean, they're in it. If you take them out, you have to now take out Kansas City and take out Baltimore.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I made the comment early in the season when they kind of all had the same record that these records are seen very differently. I
love the Office meme. Oh man,
yeah. The Office meme is obviously something popular choice during this time of the year, but at the same time, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I think it's to be honest, like, I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. Like, I've written about that multiple times. Like, specifically, like, from what we've seen from Achane, right? Like, that's why I think when he got hurt, there was kind of like this collective gasp. Like, you could kind of feel it. Like, you might not have heard it, and if you did hear it, you might want to go get checked out because you hearing voices. But at the same time, I think everyone was like, "Oh crap!" Like, let's And don't get me wrong, like, Jalen Wright seemingly picked up a little bit where he left off, but towards the end, though, to me, like, I feel like
left off. No, wait. Oh, Jalen Wright picked up where who left off?
Devon Achane a little bit, yeah, a little bit, like towards the end of the game. Like, I think if you look at the run in the fourth quarter,
I shall not accept any of that. I shall not accept any of that, and I'm also not a big believer in Devon Achane as this miracle worker. We know he's good, okay? He set a NFL record as a rookie. We know he's good. But how many runs do you see where his first point of contact is 5-6 yards down the field?
I mean, you're right. You're right, but you got to think about. To me, it's the ability to make people miss that makes Devon really special, right? Like the think about that 39-yard run that he had to start the game, right?
Okay.
Like he had 3-4 defenders on him.
He was
Then none of them,
tackled and then spun out of it.
yeah,
He
and
did, he
spun
did,
out of it.
he did a little nice spin move. Now,
Yeah,
I've,
yeah.
I've I've never seen him do that.
I've never seen that either. So I mean, let's not sell short his ability. Like you're right.
I'm
Like
not
the
selling for
offensive
his
line,
ability. The man is an NFL record holder, NFL all-time record holder. I'm not selling short his ability, but the catalyst for this turnaround is the improvement of both lines.
yes.
If you cannot mention the 4-game winning streak, mention the 5 of 6 without talking about the massive turnaround you've seen from what was perceived as the two weaknesses of this team, the offensive and the defensive line. Both of them sucked early in the year.
Yeah.
There was no other way to describe it. They sucked.
Yeah.
And now they're both the best units on the team. And probably you can't run against these Dolphins. Who would have thought that would happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that sets up everything. Sets up the turnovers, sets up difficult third downs, sets up pass rushing pressure, which we knew that was what they needed. And when they couldn't get it, they sucked. Run game. Like we're talking about an offense where Tua is bad right now.
Of course, yeah.
Tua is unrecognizable right now.
And to that end, it was funny. I've been trying to get anybody to say this, but Mike finally admitted that like this is the type of football that they need to be playing in the press conference.
Hold on, wait a minute. But that's always the type of football you need to play in December.
I hear you. I know.
Like Tua related, you need to run the ball and play defense in December.
I hear you, but I asked pretty pointedly multiple times to multiple people, including Mike McDaniel. Does the way that you guys are playing now better suit you to play in the cold?
Of course.
And no one could give me a straight answer. The only person that gave me a straight answer was Kenneth Grant. He was the only one that was like, yeah, I guess so. Like this is actually kind of the type of football.
What he know? He a rookie. He don't know nothing.
Look, obviously he knows how to play football in the cold. So.
Maybe. I ain't even gonna front with you. The worst performing defensive lineman is Kenneth Grant. Let's be rookie defensive lineman. Let's be real about it.
Yeah, as of late, like I think Biggers and Phillips have made some plays for sure. I mean, but Kenneth Grant's been playing well. Let's not act like
he's not playing. He's not playing
he's
bad.
He's been playing well recently. Yes.
Okay. Which one of these defensive linemen you gonna give rookie of the year?
Come back to me at the end of because I think it's kind of tight because I think technically he's done. Like Zeke Biggers is having a great like little stretch of games, right? But if we're going full body of work, because technically Kenneth Grant like came on a little bit beforehand, like that Browns game was his game where he kind of like came on, right?
But from then on, been here a little bit earlier.
Jordan Phillips has been here a little bit longer, but I wouldn't say like wholeheartedly say like Jordan Phillips has been the best.
Okay. I'm gonna back you in a corner right now.
Okay, go ahead.
You got to pick one to build your future around for the next 5 years. Which one are you picking right now?
Oh my God, that's not fair.
No, it's not. Listen, these are the terms of the game. What you got to pick one to build your future around right now. We having an expansion draft, and you could only protect.
I'm still going Kenneth Grant. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm baking in the ability, like again, like this is just year one. When he comes in next year, he's gonna have like a little bit stronger in the body. Yeah, I'm still gonna go him. If he was a first round guy. First round guy.
I don't. Hold on. Listen. When they get here, I don't care where they were taken, because
your draft position only matters for one day. That's real.
Like Jordan Phillips, body's better, The motor's
Yes.
better. The productivity's on par, but the body's better. I'm taking the body. And
Yeah, that's why.
and to be real with you, if I had to tell you who's playing the best right now, is Zeke Biggins.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to just fully because you can get hot in the NFL, right? And have like a little bit of like Eli Manning, you know what I'm saying, got 2 Super Bowls just from getting hot, right? So you can get hot, right? So I don't want to discount what Jordan Phillips and Kenneth Grant have done for the, not majority of the season, but for a longer sustained period of time than Zeke Biggins, right? Like Zeke Biggins is playing very well right now.
Well, Zeke Biggins, and this is you motivate me because I'm gonna write this next week. Zeke Biggins was pissed off because he's like, these guys playing and I'm not playing. Okay, well, why am I not playing? Okay, you need to redefine your body. All right, shed 20 pounds. You need to turn some of this into strength. He was working out twice a day, and you need to dominate. Everything that they asked him to do, he did it, and I like that guy. He's always had the best body to me. Not best body, but best size.
He's huge. He's huge.
He's huge. But this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the hot Dolphins right now. Here's the thing about what we've seen so far. And I don't agree with this, but I'm curious about what your take is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, the detractors, are saying, same old Dolphins, they just beating up on weak teams.
Which is true.
What?
Which is true. Like the quality and competition is dropped considerably.
Okay, wait. Let me. I never liked that narrative for this reason. Any team can get you any Sunday if they're playing on all cylinders. The Cleveland Browns could get you. You telling me that Cleveland Browns team led by Shedeur Sanders couldn't give Dolphins a go right now?
Oh, they definitely could, 100%. But they gave him a go with Dylan Gabriel.
They didn't give him a go. They whooped their tail. But yeah. So to say, sweet, wasn't Washington a team everybody thought was headed to the Super Bowl before the season started?
Yeah, I mean, you lose your franchise quarterback. I mean, it's kind
of. He back now. They eliminated from the playoffs. Oh, he got hurt again. My bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say you
got. Daniel Jones had the Indianapolis Colts as the hottest team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to him now? True. Things changed. So at the beginning of the season, we said what team was the hottest team? What team? Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Everybody said, that's not doable. That's not possible.
That's true. And they made it happen. That's real.
They let it happen. Yeah. The Jets and the Saints, okay. I got no argument for you there. But
the Saints did beat the Bucks. The Saints beat the Bucks yesterday afternoon. Okay. Which is pretty impressive.
That's what I'll be saying, man. Any team can get anybody on any given day. That's why I don't like this theory about, you're beating up on weak teams. Let's see what you do when you get a contender here. And I think there's some merit to that because now you'll have Pittsburgh, who is the AFC AFC North leader, and they out there rallying to save Mike Tomlin's job.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Mike Tomlin blow the camera a kiss?
I did not see that. No.
Oh yeah. He blew all his haters a kiss after the Ravens' victory. I love Tomlin, man. I love
He's funny. He's funny. Look, man. I think it's impossible to 110% block out the noise, right? And that's why I don't necessarily always buy on players that are like, oh yeah, I'm not really on social media. Bro, it's 2025. You hear it. Whether you watching TV, as KG said once, he said, look, I'll just be watching regular football, and then in the hunt graphic will come up, right? And I'm just minding my own business right now, and it's staring at me. So when you think about it from that perspective, right? It's one of those things where I understand why, you know, why you kind of have to have that. I don't want to say armor, but like a level of like when you do making a goal, when you do accomplish something, you got to have that level of like, yeah, I told you so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just part of
Mm-hmm.
it's just part of the ethos, right? So
I walked in the locker room yesterday, and first thing I heard was a player. I'm not gonna say who. Say, "I told you so," to me, and I was just like, "All right, yeah." I mean, yeah, they have been delusional. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like the first time Bradley Chubb said it to me, might have been maybe after the Atlanta game, and he's like, "Hey, I might be delusional, but we on a playoff run. We in the playoffs now." And I was like, "Yeah, you delusional." I was like, "Yeah." I think I even shook my head, like, "Yeah,
yeah, you're completely right. You
yeah,
definitely lost
you
your
delusional."
damn mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And here they are. They
Yeah,
believe man. I give them a lot of credit, and I give Mike McDaniel a lot of credit because this team would have quit on a lesser coach.
yeah,
Team would have lost belief on a guy that they weren't all invested in. And I personally believe that they buckled in the beginning portion of the season because they couldn't handle the pressure that they were under, playing for people's jobs and playing for people's livelihoods, and knowing that your coach is going to be fired at the end of the season if you don't turn it around. I really think they buckled to that pressure. And then they got to a point where they were just like, F it. Like, everybody hate us, including our own fans. All we got is each other. And
that's real.
that's, and also I think the Atlanta game was a turning point because, especially after they lost Tyreek, the energy level of this team was just off.
Yeah,
And putting Frank Smith on the sidelines, and Frank Smith morphs into somebody completely different than who he is on game day on the sidelines. Then the whole Isaiah Smalls.
Yeah.
That from the defensive standpoint, and interestingly enough, I'm write a column about this because Jordan Brooks said that started in team meetings for the defense because people would walk into the room and their energy level would be off, and they have a little frown on their face, or the energy level be off, and they start chanting their name. Then they turn into, okay, let's do this during the game. Then it turned into, everybody, I guess everybody loves having their name chanted.
That's true.
And praise for when they do something good.
That's true.
Like Ethan Bonner, who pulled down that one-handed pick, telling Isaiah Smalls, what you call it again?
Milk check.
Yeah, milk check this, Isaiah.
That's what I tweeted. You didn't see my tweet.
No,
I literally said what milk check? Like, he was, it was straight. It was a very very impressive pick. Like, I think it's he deserves all the credit in the world for that. Look, what milk check? I got a text. Right. I got a DM from David Veronis like, bro, I can't believe you tweeted that. I was like, what you
mean? Hey, I mean that for those who don't understand, that's the real. White cornerbacks are an extinct. It's as extinct as the white running back in the NFL, as extinct as a fullback. They just don't exist anymore. And Ethan Bonner is one of like 3 that are trying to bring it back. But truth be told, all the white boys playing lacrosse, all the white boys with that body type of playing lacrosse right now. They done left football.
And the underlying, I guess, theme is when you are of that persuasion, you get targeted.
You are
specifically, and it's called milkshake specifically. So
that is true. You are targeted. They basically yell out milk check on the field, and they going at you. So,
and that's exactly what happened. That play where, like, A.D. Mitchell, you kind of wish he had a little bit better effort on that ball. He did not attack that ball. what did they say? High point it? That he did not high point that ball. He didn't really, attack the ball like he was supposed to in the air. And I mean, Ethan Barnes just made a heck of a play. Like that was look, that was impressive, very impressive.
And I keep telling you this, Ethan has like rare athleticism that's why he's still around here, because he can run, he's athletic, he works, and they not pulling that investment. But props to Rasul Douglas too.
Yeah, Rasul had a good one. To me, I think that was a bad play call as an offensive player. Like the stop and go on the goal, not the goal line, but in the red zone, to me is just ugly. It's just not the best call, especially against a veteran corner with a rookie quarterback, because the rookie quarterback sometimes is going to throw it regardless. Trying to get one of his better players the ball versus realizing like, okay, that's it. He didn't bite. Because you watch, because that's the thing, like the stop and go, the stop is occurring. There may be like over 12-yard line, something like that. The stop is literally occurring at the goal line. So it's like, okay, like, and then after that, you got 10 yards there. Like that's just I hated that play call. Just you put your quarterback in an enviable position. I hated that.
See, and that's nobody knows that you're going to be playing with your practice squad quarterback out there on the field. No,
yes.
That's why I hate when people say, "Oh, well, it's they're playing the week schedule and this and that." Man, the schedule changes by week by injury. Like,
no, it does. It does. Like Anthony Richardson, once he gets healthy, is going to be the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. I would have ever thought that.
Yeah, the people who drafted him in the first round. I'm just saying, and I think that's
you are completely right. You are completely right. You are 100% right. They did draft him with that exact intention,
and I think that's one of the best front offices in the NFL. So hey, we all miss every once in a while. I mean, Anthony Richardson can throw the ball 70 yards.
Yeah. That's still one of the most
he just can't read the defense.
Yeah. He just can't play quarterback.
I think sometimes people try to overcook things too soon, and I call it microwave quarterbacking. Like he wasn't ready to start when he started.
No, there's a we've talked about this before. There's a development problem at the quarterback position. Like you're giving the game, you're giving basically the keys to the franchise to a kid that's 20 years old. That is just now like
1 year starter at Florida.
Yeah, like come on now, like that's not.
Yeah.
No, that's not a recipe for success at all.
But, what was I going to say to you? See, and we talk about this team would be like, let's say Devon Achane did break his ribs, which he didn't, allegedly. I personally don't believe we know, because he was walking in the locker room fine, but he clearly had spots. He had clearly had spots where he had taken an injection, based on my theory, because he had bandages, and so he could have returned to the game. But that just because you get a numbing agent does not necessarily mean you didn't break your ribs. I have the unfortunate knowledge of breaking my ribs in July. And you ain't not broke my ribs
in July?
Yeah, in July I broke my ribs. Yeah, and
what?
Damn, why you gotta get all in my business like that?
Because you admitted it.
I've said it before. I downed my scooter. And
yeah. I do remember this. Okay.
I downed my scooter, broke my ribs. That's the wrist injury too.
And you had a little Marcel action.
Oh no, that's a different down the scooter. I know. I'm down the scooter twice now. Which, yes, I should get off scooters.
See, I was about to say, don't you think that's a little bit of a sign?
I'm still a young man at heart. You know what I'm saying? I still like adventure.
What's the Maya Angelou quote? When someone tells you who you are, believe them. When that scooter tells you who it's are, maybe it's time to get off.
Anyway, but my point is, I broke my ribs in July, they're finally healed in December, and it was a hairline fracture. And there's nothing you could do for ribs. You can't like brace ribs or have surgery on ribs. So even though they say Janet Jackson took one out, I don't believe that. But
women have been taking out ribs for a while.
No, they do.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's part of like the like getting your body done. You can take out a rib. I just heard Summer Walker talking about it. She like wanted to get Summer Walker loves to get surgery. So she was like, yeah, I really wanted to take out a rib, but my I was about to drop an album, and which I don't know if you listened to the Summer Walker album. It's really good. A lot of 90s samples on it. But she was like, yeah, I was gonna take out a rib, but my team said no because we had to promote the album, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very common. It's kind of like a BBL. It's kind of like the same effects of having a BBL. Not the same effects, but like in that realm of like surgeries that people.
You know how hard it is to sleep with broken ribs? That's the worst thing. That's literally the worst thing. But my point is, I don't think we know what's really going on with Devon Achane until we get to this week. And with that said, how confident are you that Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon can carry the load?
Not super confident. I say that only because it took, to me, Jalen Wright wasn't seeing the field the best to the fourth quarter. Like there was a few times, and I had to go back and I think I marked it in my notes, but there is at least one or two plays that like it's like, oh, if that was the Vaughn, that's going 10 more yards, So, and it's not even the run with jeans on thing. To me, it was just vision. It was just like you were hitting the wrong hole at times. Like you're trying to break it out where you got to go inside.
I've always that's always been my knock on him. The work ethic. I don't think it's the body. Yeah. I mean, I gave him in my superlatives for the offseason, I gave him like most improved. Yeah. And we got to training camp and it was like he
just looked slow. He looked slow during training camp. Like just you line him up, Devon up, and
with Madison. That's Madison, man.
Yeah, Madison looked much better. This team was supposed to be so much better initially. I think that's part of. Maybe we discount this, but like the amount of injuries that they had like successively, I think that's also the reason why the kind of the wheels fell off the ship. And don't get me wrong, like everybody has injuries, but you lose. Like Cater was supposed to be a starter. Obviously, James Daniels, we're supposed to see him. Andrew Meyer was supposed to,
backup center.
Be a backup center. Like, I'm sure if Andrew Meyer, is healthy, maybe
head
Brew. Yeah, he probably would be there. Brew could maybe get us. I know Brew really prides himself on keeping that playing streak alive, but God forbid, you could obviously sign Meyer in there.
Hey, you forgot about Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg was. See, look at you hating on Liam.
I know. No. He would have definitely been a big plus for that offensive line at first for sure. Like there's just so many players. Madison is another one that you mentioned. Like there's so many players that like had an interesting. That I just wanted to see play right, just within this offense, and it hasn't obviously come to pass. One thing I will say though, but I just before we wrap up, like Greg Dulcich, like can we talk about him for a little bit?
Yes.
Like he is him and Darren Waller form quite the tight end tandem. Like
you can just overlook Julian Hill like he don't exist.
No, because Julian Hill is primary job as a blocker. Like
he does the dirty work though.
He does. But from a pass catching standpoint, like those two, Dulcich and Waller, nice little tandem.
Football. I'm playing real football.
I mean, look, I'm not even playing fantasy football. I'm playing just watching the game football because he should have had a touchdown. Like if Waddle doesn't go back and try to find that blocker, find that defender, which I don't think he really needed to do.
I think it was a little ticky tacky because he got the side. He ain't blocking.
He got the side, but like to me, don't they tell you like if you can't see the front of the numbers, don't block him? At the very least, he should have just set a pick. Just what I'm saying.
That's true.
Just set a pick. Just set a pick. You don't have to actually put hands on him because you really just needed to. With the way that Dulcich was moving, you kind of just needed to block the guy, or not block the guy. Get in his way a little bit. Slow him down just for a second.
Definitely. Dulcich is.
So
I think he's probably got better chemistry. Like they need to throw to Dulcich more than they need to throw to Malik Washington. Like what are you doing with that?
But
man?
I think also Dulcich's route combinations are more down the field than Malik Washington. They use Malik Washington primary and the short to intermediate.
Well,
area.
maybe they should stop. Maybe they should stop. Maybe all the players who have Tyreek Hill, maybe it's time to just throw them out. Because you're not getting that. Like, dude averaged like 3.3 yards per reception.
Yeah, you remember like in the OTAs or something when they clipped up that long pass.
Just have him run regular routes. Have him work like a regular receiver. Like, I really don't understand what they're doing.
It's giving him the Tyreek role, seeing what he can do. See,
bro, shut that off. Turn the switch off. It's not working. Like, stop doing it. Like, try Taj Washington. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, one bad game and he disappeared. He's done.
That's all it needs. Some guys have that one bad game. They try to work back and try to work themselves back in the line. Other guys, had that one bad game and they kind of shrink. They shrink in the moment. Not saying that he's going to shrink in totality, right? That's another. I'm not going to say that, but maybe he needs it. Maybe his time isn't here yet.
Look at his receiving core.
I know I am looking at this receiving core, and to me, if you can't break through, then maybe it's your time you need some time to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Get your body right, get something right. Obviously something's wrong.
I have seen a lot of bad Dolphins receiving cores. Tua, the receiving core Tua began his career with might be the worst I've ever seen. No, 2007 was the worst I've ever seen. But this one is bad. And I'm not even blaming, I'm not even using them to
1
blame
in 15.
Huh?
You're good. 1 in 15. Marty Booker, Ted Ginn Jr., Chris Chambers.
Chris Chambers got traded. And Greg Camarillo became, I think Davon Best came the next year. Yeah, Greg Camarillo, Marty Booker, who got hurt early in the season, Ted Ginn, who I can't remember.
No, Marty Booker played all 15 games.
Damn, he just sucked. Okay. Chris Chambers got traded in the middle of the season, and Ted Ginn was not good that year. Ted Ginn was not good. And in fact, his second year, Davon Best was better than him as a rookie, which is weird. But Ted Ginn had a pretty impressive career, long career. Ted Ginn, they have you gotta look up this video. Ted Ginn, drop it like it's hot. Go look that up. That's still a classic. They remember that song, Drop It Like It's Hot?
That's of course. I'm about to say, is this a drop compilation?
Oh yeah. Like Ted Ginn.
That's disrespectful.
Dolphin fans hated him for many reasons because he was supposed to be Brady Quinn, who, for the record, is probably the worst quarterback I've ever seen in a Dolphins uniform. I do need to get that on the record. But Ted Ginn was supposed to be Brady Quinn. You're probably too young for this, but when Cam Cameron announced the selection of Ted Ginn in front of fans who were assembled, the fans, they had a classic, what? No, boo. And Cam Cameron has a classic, I forget what it is. Gotta turn your thumbs this way. And from that point, it was lost. Season was over. Oh, Dolphins history, man. It's a wonderful thing.
It's
on Gibbon.
Is it?
Yeah, but hopefully, I'm very curious to see if this season is the one that turns around and does it give you the December letdowns that Dolphin seasons usually do? And we will begin that journey with the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night in front of a national audience where the Dolphins have usually embarrassed themselves. Tell me the lie I'm telling. See, that's your Sunday.
Right.
That's your Monday story. Dolphins have embarrassed themselves generally just about every time they're on national TV. Yep. When they're the only show on the airwaves, they usually poop the bed. Yep. That's the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold.
As Eric Stutzville often points out, that's not grass. That's painted dirt on the field in Pittsburgh. So it is painted dirt. It's going to be a hard turf. You know the Steelers are playing for Mike Tomlin. You're going to have Jalen Ramsey talking crap, not to the media, but
on that field for sure.
On the field, everybody can get some bars. Jalen Ramsey might be the best crap talker I've ever heard since Chad Ochocinco. Yeah. So it'll be yeah, they gonna get it. They gonna get it. Now the question is, can Jalen Ramsey still play? Does he still have speed?
I didn't even, because I barely watched the Steelers. I didn't even realize he was playing safety actually.
He's playing like a hybrid position. So sometimes he probably might be on Waddle all game. He just Jalen.
He's just rolling.
Jalen does what he wants to do, which is
part of the reason he's not here.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. On that note, Dolphin fans, we will be back Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed the victory. This is no longer an organic tank. Now we'll see if the Dolphins can really get in the hunt for the playoffs. Remember, they have the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Who would have thought that on December 8th? On that note, we are out, and we will see you on Wednesday.